Now, after a week-long and often violent taxi strike, SANTACO and the Western Cape government have reached an agreement. They reached that agreement last night, ending the stay away. Long-suffering commuters were able to get to their destinations this morning as the taxis returned to service. The Taxi Association has now shelved its plans to apply for an interdict, but is still seeking legal advice on the contentious bylaws used by the city to impound taxis. Our reporter Kevin Brandt joins us now from Cape Town with the latest. Kevin, in terms of what's been happening with the dialogue between the national government and the provincial government, at some point one of the MMCs saying that it's not the bylaws rather that are resulting in the impounding. What have you found out in terms of this debate? Is it the bylaws or is it a national law?
A very good afternoon to you, Masejo. Yes, following that meeting where the officials from SANTACO met with the Western Cape provincial leaders as well as officials from the city of Cape Town, they've now come to an agreement where they will then formulate more clearly defined rules and stipulations under which these taxi drivers feel that they have infringed any traffic law. Their main thing so far has been that they speak out against the manner in their words saying that the city is targeting them. Their vehicles have been unfairly impounded. They're now in discussions and have also reached an agreement with the provincial officials and the city here to, if they feel that the minibus taxi has been unfairly impounded or the right rules and regulations have not been followed according to the law, they can then petition that, and the city will then, seek the Director of Public Prosecutions to intervene for their vehicles to be released. It's still unclear in terms of the law where exactly it stands. We know that Premier Alan Winde has previously said if SANTACO goes to court, they will then be able to clarify within law exactly, what rules they applied and exactly how they've applied the road traffic rules when it comes to the operations of minibus taxis. But once again, reiterating that the safety of passengers paramount for city and government officials here in the province, also saying that there need to be clearly defined rules that the taxi drivers and the taxi owners will have to abide by. So no clear direction with regard to that. I know that there's a 14-day period where the officials will still be discussing and formulating more minute details in terms of what exactly, those rules will entail, and discussions between the parties are ongoing. But at this point, the Taxi Council, SANTACO, is now called off their strike, much to the relief of the commuters that I spoke to earlier today at the Belleville taxi rank. It's a very key transport hub here within the city of Cape Town, where various modes of transport, the Golden Arrow bus service, taxis, as well as the train service come together at that specific point, and commuters can then decide how they would like to commute further to their final destination. It was also this week reiterated by some of the officials, in particular the religious leaders at that service at St. George's Cathedral that I've attended as well, feeling that there should be a more diverse transport system which doesn't leave the commuters stranded whenever one of these modes of transport decides to withdraw their services, Masejo. Just listen to what the commuters told me.
All right, we don't have that snippet ready for you, Kevin, but I can imagine how, relieved commuters were to be able to get to their points, whether it be work or school. Kevin Brandt, our reporter, live for us in our Cape Town studios. Let's leave it there for now.